Hey everyone, this is me, Hyperactive. I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video besides that demo reel I uploaded maybe like a couple days ago, showing off what I could do. Well, I decided today, I was like, you know what? I want to get back into reviewing small budget indie games, mostly horror indie games, because that's what I usually like to play, horror games. So, I decided to look on Steam today and see what I could find, see what's new. This game popped up on the store. It actually came out today, July 30th, as you can see, July 30th. And so I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I like the little thumbnail of Silent Hill. No, I felt like it was Silent Hill. I was like, oh, I feel like Silent Hill, so I'm going to check it out. So as you can see, the picture's already turning. So when you look at it, yeah, it kind of does look like a Silent Hill game. Which I played a Silent Hill-based game before. It was Hanwell. It was Welcome to Hanwell. That one was it was okay. Sadly, Steam doesn't allow you to, mix. They don't allow that. You have to say yes or no. So I guess no mixed feelings. I would just say this game, I would have said Hanwell was okay on the bar, but. So anyways, like I was saying, this game right here, even if it has the rust, as you can see, it has the rust. So yeah, I was like, you know what? Even if it's a copycat of Silent Hill, the plot and, atmosphere, if it was just wanting to be an homage to the game at least, like Hanwell or some sort of way, then I think I'd be satisfied. I mean, it's like $5. Hey, you can give it a shot. It doesn't look that bad. And hell, even the story right now, as you can tell, is very Silent Hill. The first game is like the story of Henry Nelson, who lost his daughter in mystical circumstances. Henry goes to the dead city of Centralia, if I pronounced that correctly, to search for his daughter Shirley. And even the characters' names, Henry Nelson and Shirley, for a moment, I thought it was Harry Mason for a second. That was my mistake, but then I realized Henry is a main character, at least in the fourth game. So he could just copy his name because this person was too lazy. So and Shirley obviously is Harry Mason's daughter, Cheryl. I believe the name's Cheryl. But even so, then I was a bit skeptical when I was about to buy this game because I never heard of these people before. Indie Game Studio. I mean, look at them right now. They have 17 games underneath their belt. Three of them are very, very especially Centralia recently, which I will get into that in a moment. House of Evil 2 in this. But you know what? Everyone can, improve as they go along. They can, very much improve their games and their crafts. And if you hear popping noise, that's my fingers. I'm sorry about that. So, okay. So I gave them a bit of a doubt. I mean, majority of his games are mixed, and if the game just came out to be okay, I think I've been happy with it for the most part. But then other things starts to pop up. If you look at the dates of these games were released, like say March 21st, 2019, this game came out. October 22nd, 2018. And, bad example, my bad. Well, actually, no, it's still kind of a good example because, you have March. You have here, he has let's say, how many games released in 2019? 1, 2, 3. Wait, hold on, let me start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 9 games released in 2019, and some of them are very close together. That was another red flag. April 19th, and this game came out on April 2nd. Is either this guy is the best, world's best, fastest developer, or he's probably the most laziest developer who's just popping up. What was it? It was quantity over quality. This is where I'm going at here. Quantity over quality. And it really shows. And it really does show. This game came out a couple months. Because, games, for most people who don't know, games can usually take out depends how big you want your game to be. It can take years, to make. It can take years to make. Even Undertale maybe took a year to make. That's RPG 16-bit. Was that 16-bit? Yeah, I think it's 16-bit game, but it was 6 hours long. But hey, it's a overall great game. But this was concerning. But you know what? Despite the amount of games and him having mostly mixed and negative, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. If it's okay, if it pleases me, if I leave having fun, I'll be happy. As you can already tell, I'm not happy. By the sound of my voice, or how I've already said this guy was lazy. Yeah, I'm not. I'm actually very, very livid right now. This is kind of one of the reasons why I kind of stopped looking for obscure indie, low-budget horror games, because you get shit like this. You get Centralia. You get these low-budget, lazy, half-ass games. No, not even half-ass. It's not even that. It's low-ass. It's it's no-ass. There we go. It's no-ass. And it's... Oh, my God. Alright, so... Yeah, I played through the game. It's very bad. It's not a long game. I know it's not even an hour long. You're going to be surprised how long that game actually is. How long this game is. So I decided to do. I was going to do originally. I was going to do a normal review, like my other reviews, like have like my illustration, character changing, expressions and stuff like that. Maybe write some few funny lines. I hope you guys find them funny and write it out and have a lot of fun. But since this game was so low effort, obviously this guy wanted a cash grab, or guy or girl, wanted a cash grab. I'm not even doing that. I'm not going to even bother to make a full-fledged video like I used to. I'm just going to just talk on top of my head and just talk what I see right here. What I have my screen, which I'll show you a lot more things. So, I thought it'd be kind of neat if I just threw into the description here, the summary. And you're about to notice some things right off the bat. The story begins with Centralia, Pennsylvania. I lived a normal life, work, loving wife, beloved daughter. I could not imagine what would happen on the fateful day in May 1992. My name is Henry Nelson, and I will tell you my horrible story. That line right there shows the writing already. Now this person's clearly not writing. And it just gets worse. The game, you finally see these notes in the game, and it's just the writing is so... Okay, let me first say, I imagine this guy's first language is not English. If I had to take a gander, because there is some grammar mistakes and, punctuations. I think even a spelling mistake I caught once. I've looked back through that again, but yeah, it was just, no, it wasn't spelling, it was just they forgot to space out some things. And yeah, it's just so bad, and it's just like, you imagine, if the grammar is this bad, how does the voice actor, how does the voice actor read it? That is the thing, there is no voice actor. It's an automated voice. It's literally an automated voice.
Did you use this program?
It's literally just that. It is this voice, it's Charles, and it's that. That is all the line deliveries are. It's that. And even if this game had a much better plot, which, by the way, this game doesn't really have a plot. It's very Silent Hill ripoff, and... this is the best you're going to get right here. This summary right here is the best you're going to get. That is it. The voice stuff. You couldn't even take this game serious. I could rather handle reading the dialogue in my head instead. I can do that. I can take the game more seriously if the developer did that. But no. They didn't. Instead, they went with that automated voice for some god-awful reason. So, yeah. I'm not going to bother reading the rest of this. You can read it for yourself. It's pretty bad. And here's another thing. I would do know this. It is based on real events. For those who don't know, the game Silent Hill is actually based on Centralia. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And it's an actual ghost town. As you can see right here, it's an actual ghost town. It's not as foggy as Silent Hill, but it also had massive fire burns, ash, smoke, people died. It was a very gruesome, I wouldn't say gruesome, but very dark time. I would say it's very dark. And that's where Silent Hill was born. Silent Hill, the video game, was inspired by. And so this game is basically directly on Centralia. I think that's it? Centralia. Whatever. But here's the thing. That is it. It's only based on the fog, the smoke, and maybe a hospital burned down. That is literally it. Nothing else. Not the daughter thing, not the town. If this was based on real events, you play as someone as the event's going on, that would be kind of neat, actually. Or maybe, have us actually play as a super paranormal investigator, and we go to Centralia because we heard about it, and you can even make a meta joke or story about how, this is the town that inspired the infamous video game Silent Hill. But no, we don't get that. So we get some very terrible dialogue and no voice acting. So down here we get more lovely information about the game. The game will have you wait an unsurpassed rush of adrenaline in an exciting storyline and unimaginable horrors. Yeah, I have a rush of adrenaline right now. Adrenaline of rage, that's for sure. An exciting story. There is no fucking storyline. Yeah, there is, but it's so barren. It's embarrassing. The Handwell, I give it crap for, not really much of a story. Well, again, it kind of did, but the story flopped, switches at the end. It's just, that's a whole other thing. And unimaginable horrors. You've seen these horrors before. You've seen Silent Hill. No, fuck that. If you play any horror game, you've seen it already. Any. Like, go play Silent Hill. Just go play Silent Hill. Go play the original. Don't play this. Don't play this. Alright, so let's continue on. Interaction. There's an opportunity to interact with many objects. Yeah, but there's no point. You can literally pick up objects and throw it, but it doesn't serve anything to the gameplay. It does nothing. Realistic visual effects. Photorealistic visual effects. Yeah, if I can run this damn thing on Ultra, this game only needs 6 gigabytes of RAM or 4 gigabytes of RAM to run it. My computer has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it could not fucking run this garbage-ass game. So, I rolled through the game, having it look wrong thing. Shit, did I put down the video? Yes, I did. Damn it. Well, I named it right here. I can just pull it up real quick for you guys so I can show you what I had to deal with. Let's go to the last part. Right here. Here you go. Lovely graphics. Am I right? Freaking, I had to turn down to the lowest. The possible lowest setting I could get. And it still runs terribly. I could run freaking The Beast Within or The Shadow Within. This new horror game that's coming out. And it looks interesting so far. I can run that on high settings with my computer. This, I can't even run, even on the lowest possible settings. This game is shown to be poorly optimized. If you even touch an object, you float off the ground for like a nanosecond, your character goes flying. I almost thought for a moment I glitched out and I got stuck somewhere. It's poorly optimized. It's wow. High quality sounds, well chosen, and high quality audio sound and soundtrack that fills the atmosphere of the game. Here's the thing, okay. First of all, the high quality sounds, it's generic stock sounds you've heard a million times. They even use that freaking werewolf howling thing. You hear that. It uses that stock sound. And for the soundtrack, I am almost convinced that this game actually uses the Silent Hill soundtrack. I'm not joking. I'm almost convinced. Here, let me pull it up real quick. Let me pull up the moment. God darn it, I put up the wrong thing. Here, where was it? 26, I believe, like 26:35. Right here. Just listen to this. Just listen to music. I'm sorry if you hear the thing twice on my audio. I don't have my earbuds plugged in because the audio on my computer is acting weird. So, sorry. Just put with it for a second. Alright, yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go because I don't get copyright from Konami or whoever the hell owns Silent Hill. Well, actually, yeah, they do own Silent Hill. And I'm sorry if you hear, like, triple times because, again, the audio when I record got a bit screwy and my earbuds weren't working correctly for some reason. But, yeah, I am convinced that is from Silent Hill. I swear I've heard it. It came from Silent Hill somewhere 1 or 2 because those are the only 2 I really played. I did play Downpour. I played a little bit of Homecoming. Don't want to ever touch that game ever again, but it's one of those. Anyone who watched this video and has gotten this far, please tell me if that is from, what Silent Hill is that from, if it is at all. Because I swear I've heard it before. It's probably the first game most likely. Alright, so next thing was the various enemies. Enter into confrontation with enemies, explore dark buildings in the forest. First of all, the variety of enemies it has 2. 2, that's it. That is literally it. 2 enemies. You fight a wolf, which you can just keep away by having the torch, which you use a freaking medieval torch for some goddamn reason. It's not like how Britain calls, their flashlight torch. It's literally a fucking torch from the medieval times. The sticking on fire, yeah, it uses that. And then you meet this big giant creature that I'm also convinced is from some sort of stock asset. I swear they are, because there's no way in hell this developer created them themselves. Actually, hold on. Actually, no, I'll get back to them in a moment. I'll get that back. So, there's 2 enemies. That's it. They're not that threatening. They don't even really attack you. Well, they do, but you can easily back them off because of the torch. And now, explore dark building. Yeah, the building's fucking dark, that's for sure. And the forest. First of all, the forest can't be really explored. It's only a road you go on. That's it. That is literally it. It's a road. And the dark building is a hospital. That is it. You go to a town called Centralia, based on the real place, which is Silent Hill, and you never want to explore it. Instead, you get a crappy looking forest and a hospital that's obviously bought from an asset store, which I know it is. I'll talk about that in a moment. Next thing is solve puzzles to access areas. Collect and use objects found in an environment in a terrifying constant struggle for survival. That is horseshit. That is lying. This developer is lying out of his ass. The only thing you need to find, really, is batteries and a couple of keys. That's it. No pistols. Nothing. Not even melee weapons. Nothing. So, I have no idea what this person's talking about. Sure, your torch has a limited amount of time, but you can easily get through the game without not going off because your run thing has a limited stamina. So, yeah, that's this developer's lying out of his ass. Next one. Large spaces of maps. Street, forest, hospitals with 3 floors. Okay, here's the thing. Large spaces. I've already talked about the street and forest, how it's just essentially one thing and you just follow the road. That's it. There's nothing really to find. The hospital building, I know it's from a stock asset they bought. It's because I played another game called All of Despair, which you actually can watch a review for, where they use the exact same environment. It's the exact same, but they tweaked it slightly a bit. Here, let me pull up All of Despair real quick in my library. Games, All of Despair, store page. I'm going to show you the exact place for it. Here. Let me see if I can find it. Is it in the pictures? This, right here. Okay, that's not a very good shot, but see if I can find it. Yeah, just mute that. Alright, this is not a very good shot either, but I know it's hard to see, but this is the level you go to. You even go to the same exact morgue as this game does. I gave this game shit in my review, but at least this game had the audacity to have multiple enemies, combat. Actually, no, I'll get back to that later. I want to get back to this other piece of shit knockoff game. So, let's go back down on the list. So, yeah, stock asset. The environment's not original. They used it, which gives you no excuse to sell this game. Well, okay, and to be fairness, yeah, I understand you're not very good. You have this excellent story and gameplay to show up, but you're not very good with graphics. You use stock assets, that's fine. But if it's like low effort and it's whatever. I'm rambling now. An interesting plot. There is nothing more beautiful than a famously twisted plot. The plot which keeps suspense from the first to last minute. I would say this developer has a sense of humor. Oh my fucking kid, this developer knows he has a sense of humor. He knows this is bullshit. That there is no plot. There is no real characters. All your plot you get is these note fragments that are poorly written. That essentially is copying Silent Hill's plot, but very so poorly. They only maybe got 0.1% of Silent Hill's story. That's it. And unusual combat mechanics. Yeah, unusual is damn right. Because here's the weird thing. Okay, I already talked about the torch. You can actually swing that torch around, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't really back them off, because if you just have the torch up, the enemies can't touch you. So I'm not sure what's the point of swinging it. You don't get weapons. You don't get a gun. Even though this game has an icon saying no gun. I mean, hell, I can pull it up right now. Matter of fact, where the hell is it? Yeah, back to messing with the... Where is it? Yeah, right here, like right here, it says no gun. And there's the Q button for kick, which you never fucking use, so I'm not even sure why it's there. And also, another weird thing is, though, you can only use it in the elevator? What? I'm sorry, but what? What's the fucking point of that? For more long as a time, when I went to the second floor, I was thinking, oh, I guess I have to kick the door down. Nope. I don't know why that's there. It's just there. Like, if you're going to have a combat mechanic like kick, why, you better be able to use it. Like in Dead Space, you have a melee, but you don't use that melee to kill. And it's not just there, it's just something you can use to temporarily back off enemies to run away or stun them so you can get a free shot in. Yeah, like, all of this is such either pointless, fluff, or absolute lies. This developer is a hack. He is. There's no ifs or buts. Oh my god, it really does hurt. Wait, didn't just say it was negative? Like, all the reviews were negative? Oh, he probably deleted some of those reviews, didn't he? Here, let's refresh this page real quick. I could have sworn it said, there we go. There it is. Yeah, I put 1.3 hours into this game. Trust me, the game's not as long as you think it is. Which, I think I'll just go ahead and just get into right now. Let me see, my thing's still recording. Yeah, it's still going. Let me just go ahead and just get into that right now, actually. This game, my first playthrough, is because I had no freaking idea what to do in the hospital, and I got crushed by a tree like twice at the beginning of the game because the developer put in the bullshit way of dodging it. I didn't know what to do in the hospital for like a while. It's like something about this puzzle or whatever, and when I finally beat the game, hey, by the way, the game ends abruptly. Let me show you real quick. Gosh darn it, wrong thing. Ends abruptly. Like, oh yeah, like I said, even borrows the rust thing from Silent Hill. No, not borrows, it takes from Silent Hill and gives you nothing back. Yeah, this little blurb. This is how it ends. The moment you get away from this enemy, you probably saw a little glimpse of. I guess I can just rewind and show you real quick if I can get a good glimpse of him. Nope, don't want the music on. Turn off. Play. Yeah, you can tell it's running very crappily. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure where he is. Like, just... There he is! You missed him. He was right there. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Like, you don't care. You honestly don't care. I don't care really to show it. There it is. God damn it. Whatever. No, whatever. It's not important. It's really not. Just think of the most generic looking monster with a hammer of some sort, and there you go. Take the torch. There you go. I'm not sure why he glows like that. There he is. Boring design. Probably sarcastic bot. Whatever. And then you just go to the end right here. Someone close the door. He forgot to program that out. And then it just abruptly ends like this. This is how it ends. Yes, but I know the time says it took me an hour, but I replayed the game again to see how long would it take to beat this game knowing what to do. 15 minutes. Probably less if this game was not so poorly built. If it was not the frame rate and the game glitches, I could probably beat this game in like 9 minutes. $5 for a 9-minute game. Do you know what I could do with $5? I could probably bought Undertale again. I could have bought DLC. I could have bought literally anything. Anything. I'd rather buy Handwell again. At least that game has value. This game has no value. So this is the blurb that comes up at the end. At this stage, episode 2 of the game ends. Expected continuation in the form of 3 or 4 episodes. In 3 or 4 episodes, and Centralia will be available. It will be sold as part 2 of the game. Duration, 3 or 4 will be dependent directly from, forgot the spacing, the collected funds from 1 and 2, the numbers of positive reviews, and the number of positive reviews. Well, dude, by the looks of it, you're over, god damn it, mostly negative reviews. I don't think you're going to really want to do a sequel. No one's going to be dumb enough to buy the second one. To help the development of this game to further improve the quality, you can write a good review of the game and share it on social networks with your friends. Thanks for passing the game. First of all, dude, let me just say, no, you're not getting a good review. As you can tell from the 22 minutes of talking, this has not been a good review of your game. I've been shitting on it, and then I'm just going to have a hippopotamus shit on it, and then I'm going to have to find a dog. You know, enough shit jokes anyways, because this game is just shit. It's just, if you want good reviews and want me to spread the word about your good game, then you have to make a good game. You have to put effort into it. I played another game. What was it? It was like this. It was like a Five Nights at Freddy's. Surviving 5 Nights. Fuck, what was it? Hold on, let me see here. Left Alone. There we go. Left Alone. No, not Left Alone. It was. Fuck, what was it? Oh, what was it like? Home Security. There we go. Home Security. Even that game has value, even though the second level's like broken. Gosh, too close. Even if the second game's like, second level's essentially broken, almost unbeatable. At least that game has value of some sort. At least the developer tried, I guess. I think. But this, it's clear you did not try. I don't know. This is just terrible. This is inexcusable. This really is. I can understand if this was like your first game and you're making a passion project for school or something. But here's the thing. You have 15 games. 15 games underneath your belt. Each one coming out with very close dates. Here's my advice. Stop pumping out so many games. If you truly care about game development and you want to make good games that people will love you for and you get more, attention, then stop pumping out so many. Stop using the asset store. If you can't, do graphics very well or something like that, then hire a team, create your own team of some sort, get more people. And if you're not a good writer, which obviously you're not a good writer, hire a story writer, and then spend at least a year making a game. Release a demo, have people play it, and get feedback and figure out what the hell you're going to do with that feedback. But with the amount of games that are coming out, and I imagine all of them are probably shoddy qualities, I imagine you don't care. You're just probably pumping out these games as fast as you can and to make as much money as you can. And really, Ebola? Come on, man. Ebola is no longer really a thing. Well, still is probably, but not as big of mass media attention as it used to be. But yeah, this game, as you can tell, there's nothing positive about this game. Not the music, which I believe is stolen. The assets are bought. There's no characters. There's no storyline. The game lacks polish. There's no combat. There's nothing. There's nothing out of this game. Is this picture even stolen too? As I have a strange feeling it is. I can't prove it, but I have a feeling it is. So, there you go. Centralia, very lengthy ass review, mainly because I'm only talking top of my head. Wow, 30 minutes talking about this piece of shit game? Yeah. It's not just good. Buy games, guys. Buy good games. Buy Resident Evil 7. Buy Handwell. Buy whatever game. What games? Buy Agony. Fuck, buy Agony. Or buy Amber Skull. That is really the only indie game. Small budget indie game that I've been positive about because I actually had fun playing it. And then, there's Decay of the Mayor. That's another good one. That's a decent game for the most part. The story gets really kind of dumb at the end, but it's decent. Freaking Hollow had actual, something about it. The developers even contacted me saying, hey, they responded to some of my criticisms. So that's cool. Home Security, Left Alone, even though it's really a walking simulator, it has value. I haven't played Missed Messages. Obscure, there you go. That's a good one. That's a classic. That's a, Outbreak. Fuck, I would recommend this game. This game is mediocre, but hey, if you like Resident Evil but wish it was more mediocre, watch Resident Evil Outbreak but wish it was more mediocre, here you go. Project Next, this game's absolute shit. I think it's not even on the Steam anymore, so don't fucking bother with it. Remothered. This is probably the only game I can really recommend on here. That I can say, yeah, even though I have my problems with it, it probably is a decent game for the most part. And, welcome to Handwell. There you go. That's my recommendations. So, yeah, if you ever see this, if you ever see Centralia, how the fuck you pronounce its name, don't buy it. Stay away from it. Matter of fact, you know what? God, what's with this thing? Oh, God damn. You know what? don't buy any of this developer's games. Fuck it. Because clearly he has no passion. This person has no passion for the games, what they do. I'm done. That's it. That's all I have to say about this game. If you enjoyed this review, I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you didn't, well, then why did you stick around this long then? If not, you probably already left. So, what do I give this game? Obviously, a fucking 0 out of 10. If I give it a 1, that implies that there's one good thing about it. No, it's a 0. There's nothing good about it. Nothing. Not even the graphics. So, 0 out of 10. Don't play it. Don't buy it. Don't buy any of this guy's games until he actually puts a serious amount of passion and work into it. Then you consider maybe checking out one of his games. But until then, don't. Just don't fucking dare. Don't you dare. Don't buy his bundles. Don't do anything. Stay the hell away from this game. It's Hyperactive. Signing.